The Midnight Caller. It was a cold, moonless night when Lisa, a young woman in her late 20s, found herself alone in her small, dimly lit apartment. She had just moved to a new city for a job and had yet to make any friends. The loneliness weighed heavily on her, and her only comfort was the routine of her daily life. One evening, as Lisa settled into her favorite armchair with a cup of tea, her phone rang. The caller ID displayed an unfamiliar number, but curiosity got the better of her, and she answered. "Hello?" Lisa's voice trembled slightly. Static crackled on the other end, making it hard for her to hear. Then, a faint, raspy voice emerged from the chaos. "Lisa." Lisa's heart raced. It sounded like a man, but she couldn't place the voice. "Who is this?" she demanded. "Lisa, do you remember me?" The voice grew clearer, and Lisa's blood ran cold as she recognized it. It was the voice of her childhood friend, Sam, who had passed away in a car accident several years ago. Tears welled up in Lisa's eyes. "Sam? Is this some kind of sick joke?" The voice continued. "I miss you, Lisa. I've been waiting for you." Lisa's unease deepened. Sam's death had left her scarred, and she hadn't thought about him in years. "This isn't funny," she stammered, her voice trembling. Ignoring her, the voice pressed on. "Meet me, Lisa. Meet me at our old playground at midnight." Lisa's mind raced, torn between disbelief and the memories of her childhood friendship with Sam. She hadn't visited their old playground since his passing, but she felt an inexplicable urge to see if this was real. "Why should I believe you?" The voice grew insistent. "You'll see, Lisa. Come alone." The call ended abruptly, leaving Lisa shaken and uncertain. She stared at her phone, contemplating whether to dismiss it as a prank or take it seriously. Her curiosity and the memories of her lost friend compelled her to go. As the clock ticked towards midnight, Lisa bundled up in her coat and ventured into the cold night. The walk to the playground felt surreal, and a thick, foreboding mist hung in the air. The dimly lit street lamps cast eerie shadows, heightening her unease. When she reached the playground, it was deserted and shrouded in darkness. Lisa's heart pounded as she scanned the area, feeling like an intruder in a long-forgotten memory. The swing creaked in the wind, and the old slide stood silent and rusted. Lisa waited anxiously, her breath visible in the chilly air. She wondered if this was a cruel prank or if she had imagined the call altogether. Just as doubt began to creep in, she heard footsteps behind her. She turned around to find a shadowy figure approaching. As the figure drew nearer, she gasped. It was Sam, or at least a shadowy, distorted version of him. His eyes were empty voids, and his voice, when he spoke, was a ghastly whisper. "Lisa," he hissed, "I knew you'd come." Terror surged through Lisa's veins. This was not her childhood friend. This was something else, something malevolent. She took a step back, but it was as if an invisible force held her in place. The grotesque version of Sam came closer, his presence suffocating. "I've been waiting for you, Lisa. Waiting to be reunited." Lisa's mind raced, trying to make sense of the impossible. She couldn't move, couldn't escape. "What are you?" The creature grinned, revealing rows of razor-sharp teeth. "I'm the price, Lisa. The price for leaving me behind." Suddenly, a piercing scream erupted from Lisa's throat as the grotesque figure lunged toward her. But then, just as quickly as it had appeared, it vanished into thin air, leaving her standing alone in the chilling darkness. Gasping for breath, Lisa stumbled backward, her heart pounding. She fled the playground, vowing never to return. Back in her apartment, she tried to forget the horrifying encounter, but it haunted her dreams. She couldn't shake the feeling that something from her past had returned to torment her. As the nights passed, Lisa began to receive more calls from the same number, each time with Sam's voice growing more twisted and sinister. She changed her number, moved to a different city, and tried to start over, but the calls persisted, each time with the same chilling message. "I'm still waiting for you, Lisa." In the end, Lisa realized there was no escape from the haunting midnight caller, a grim reminder that some horrors from the past could never be left behind.